Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Betrayal at Krondor. We have stopped by the shop here and purchased some things. Got all of our food. There may have been some food lying around that I could have found and picked up, but there are so many trees, it's so hard to find any of the containers that you've left things in. It's just not worth it. Food is super cheap. I have tons of money. Alright, now we want to skirt the mountains, and I think I want to camp until healed. You know what? I probably should have bought some more. Oh well. I think I got enough. I probably got enough. Just camp until healed, and for good measure, I'll just camp until morning. There we go. Alright, so we want to skirt the mountains by also skirting the river. Okay. Alright, here we go. Unless, of course, we get trapped right there. So if we took the path... Well, we gotta fight these guys anyway, so... Let's go with Fetter's Rhyme. Don't move. Yeah, they take double damage from that. That's pretty interesting. I didn't even know that was really a thing in this game. Boop. Owen killed a wyvern. I'm shocked. Alright, well, let's go ahead and save state, and in we go. Owen used the key. Opening up the splintered door on rusted hinges, they peered into the darkened shaft that led into the ancient ruins. Turning to Gorath, Owen shrugged his shoulders. So, shall we go in? Yep. The door was open. They entered the cavern, and Owen noticed how cool the air felt upon his face. Wishing his clothes were heavier or his skin thicker, he rubbed his elbows as they descended into the ruin. What was that sound from? Your lockpick has gone up, your strength has gone up. A lot. I don't think health and stamina... Well, I mean, they've gone up, but I don't think they went up because of that. Owen's strength has gone up. Is that just a thing that happens by going into the cave? I mean, Owen is now as strong as, like, I think Locklear and James were at the beginning, if not stronger. Of course, his weapon sucks, but... Alright, well, let's go ahead and bookmark and advance up. We got a corpse here. One spoiled ration and Utilico armor. 100% quality with a blessing 1? Yep, blessing 1. Okay, nothing worthwhile. I think we have an enemy up there, though. The Shade hadn't noticed them. It's anybody's guess whether he's out to kill us or is just taking a stroll somewhere, Owen said. Probably best if we try to avoid him. I don't think we have that choice. They agreed to attack. See if we can sneak up on the Shade. They caught their opponents by surprise. Rushing forward, Owen desperately tried to recall what little he knew of temple magic. He regretted not having spent more time studying the texts on the Midkemian goddess of death, Lim's Kragma. Within seconds, they were upon the ashen faced creatures. Mirror wall reflects projectile spells. Yes, please. Did that not work? Well, I should have cast it on you. And there you go, doing that on him. Defense melee. Defense melee. Get dead. Thank you. It was weird, but okay. Goodbye. Creatures had vanished. One's accuracy melee has increased. No defense, though. I should rest, though. Stamina's looking not hot. Should have gotten more, another whetstone, sold one of the armor hammers, I think. Probably would have been better. Alright, well, we got a side path down here that leads to nowhere. Alright. Pile of rocks. Has there been anything in any of the piles of rocks? Thoughts filled his mind. Slowing in recollection, Gorth focused on his surroundings. Caverns themselves appeared unremarkable, yet this was a ruin of things ancient. What had been written in the abbot's journal? A chest, shell. Might it be? It might be indeed. Okay, that's not locked. Well, we got a tablet down here. Lotham McCann, loved the mines, never wanted to leave. Turning to Owen, Gorth said, "Shall we dig up this grave?" Yes. 50 gold. Why not, right? Why not, indeed. It's weird that there is a grave down here, and that it's about mining. Don't see any enemies. I do see some enemies here. Am I on? Yep, I am. Yeah, that strength seems to be permanent. The Shade hasn't noticed us. Charge! They caught their opponents by surprise. Excellent. Alright, so let's try that, mirror wall again. Oh. Well, that didn't help there. Not exactly seeing the benefit of Mirror Wall. Wasn't expecting it to form something like a physical barrier, because that's really what it does. Hello, chest. It appears to be locked. Let's determine whether that is the case. Yep, it's trapped. Alright, let's not disarm it yet. Get onto lockpick. You get onto lockpick. Let's bookmark. Okay, trap was deactivated. Okay. 200. 400. 600. 800. 1,000. 1,200. 1,400. 1,600 gold. And functionally worthless, I believe. I mean, I will take it. I love, you know, having a pile of cash. I think I see you down there. Yep, another shade. Caught their opponents by surprise. I mean, I did charge them, so it makes sense. Ooh, 2. Alright, well, let's go ahead and rest after this, and I will Evil Seek. Don't miss. You can get dead too. Okay. Go ahead and camp until healed. Well, that used up a lot of food. Oh, I wasn't even on scouting and stealth. Whoops. Alright, light another torch. Go ahead and give you that. Go ahead and give you that. And, let's go. Alright, we got a door here. Is it locked? It is. A Gilder's passkey, but I think I can unlock it too. Pick it. There we go. Alright, so we got a chest, 2 chests. It's a Moradel wordlock chest all the way down here. Psst. Don't grow too attached to this thing. Without it, you will never even know it is gone. But be careful, friend. It is much easier to lose on Kingdom soil. Life? Light. No, life. I was thinking mind first, but that's silly. 16, and we have a scroll of Mad God's Rage, which I believe I already have. Yep. Alright, leave that. Give you some of those. What else? Can we take any of that? So I have a full stack. Let's just take that. We've got another one of these rings that I can use. You know what? I wouldn't leave that. Wouldn't leave that. Give you that. Take that. I don't think we need those. Stabby. Stabby shabby. What is it of yours that you see every day, but our leader sees only rarely? Death? I have no idea. Oh. Okay. equals. Oh, there's another scroll of mirror wall. I'll take the 129 coins, and I will take those bolts. I don't need any of the others. Yep, we'll leave all that. Okay. Good selection of stuff there, though. Alright, looks like we got some more shades up here. Go ahead and attack them. We get back onto scouting and stealth. We'll take the side path after we fight them. Let's go! Hi guys, how's it going? What do we have? Something is missing there. Opponent held. Earthquake trap. Create an illusionary character. You're home. Hi, guess what? I'm the real one. You just recover some stuff. Should have been using this a bit more. I mean, I can't fight, but... that's kind of okay. Definitely distracts enemies. Party's abilities have increased. And I forgot to swap onto things. Well, your stealth went up. And your accuracy melee went up. Alright. I guess that's good. Alright, looks like we got another, probably locked door. It is locked up tight. Alright, let's try to lock it. Unlock it. Peering through the hole in the into the inner workings of the lock, he saw nothing that gave him cause to be enthusiastic about the chances of getting in. This lock takes a very special key, and is clearly not pickable, he said. If we want in, we will have to find the key. Huh? Yeah. Key of Lineages works. Now, I think we got one of those from what's-his-name, but we could have also bought it. Alright, Mordell Wordlock chest. Holy cow, that's a long one. Rekonkadgzur. Where once there were 3, and now only are 2. Ancient kin ours, whom we sent to their doom. That is... I don't think I would have gotten this one. This is, Glamridel. I keep going past them. Feels like there are more letters in this one. I mean, like, in the cycle bits. Normally there's, like, 4. Yeah, there's 8. It's kind of rude. There we go. Exotic sword. Set with brilliant stones of lapis and sapphire, the hilt was beautifully jeweled, but the sword blade had been long broken away. Still, as Gorith held it in his hand, He sensed it had the potential to be a deadly weapon. Also, lots of good stuff. Oh my lord, 10. Oh, so good. Okay, well, what do we have on that? 12. Probably can't stack that anymore. Nope. Alright, I need to put something else away. Let's do that. A searing flash of heat vaporized the shell as Owen touched it to the hilt of the Glamridel sword, elongating itself into a swirling length of blue flame. Around it, a shell of silver and steel congealed, forming first a blade and then a scabbard of unparalleled workmanship. This is the Garda Revanche. Cautious at first, and then with eagerness, Owen wrapped his fingers around the hilt of the Glamridel sword, and drew it hissing from its scabbard of flawless silver. On the blade, runes glimmered in lines of sundered flame, their meaning undecipherable to most, but clear to any who held the blade. Avenge. 90 plus strength. Accuracy is 45 plus skill. Swing is 140 plus strength, and 30 plus skill. It seems pretty good, I guess. How does that stack up to our Sword of Limbs Kragma? 49 and 71. And 10 and 0. Yeah. It is by far the best weapon in the game. But it doesn't have a blessing. I kind of want to get one. I'd have to go running all the way out. Tempted to do that, though. Is there anything else that I could get rid of? Item-wise. I mean, other than, like, just holding on to all of that, I can leave that. There we go. Let's go ahead and leave that. Give you back these. Okay, so that is 3 spots free in there. Don't care about the ruby. I do care about that. Don't care quite so much about that. I don't think I care quite so much about that either. I don't think that I'll need more than one, although I've got a little bit more space. Let's get that. Yeah, I think that'll do. I think that will do. There's nothing else in here. Let's go. Alright, we've got another shade. Am I on? Let's get on those things. I hate having only 2 characters. It really is awful. Here we come! Alright, guess what? Evil Seek. New weapon time? Seriously? A little disappointed in the damage so far. And Owen takes care of the other one. Gorath's abilities have increased. Not that I was checked anything, but defense and stealth have gone up, so I guess that's good. Alright, let's go ahead and camp until healed. I don't think we really need to get the weapon blessed. I feel like just moving on. Alright, let's see where this leads. A long corridor stretched before them. This must be the passage to Elvandar, noted Owen. If we go this way, it may take us a few hours to get to the end. Are we up to climb right now? Yep. Hours passed, and I don't get to see the rest. Owen gaped. Awash in light, Elvandar glistened, its circuitous fairy walkways decked in glowing lanterns of brushed gold and crystal. Above, a canopy of silver-white leaves arched over the whole of the treetop city, masking from view whether sun or moon reigned in the skies beyond. "Gorath, isn't this the most perfect place you've ever seen?" Owen exclaimed. "I've never dreamt of anything like this." "Squire, if you can hold your tongue for a moment," Gorath said, "it might behoove you to bow to their queen." Flushed with embarrassment, Owen turned heel, shriveling as he noticed the cloaked figures who waited patiently upon their thrones. Wow, we just, came out in their throne room? That's, that's something. Quickly, he folded in obeisance, hoping sincerely that human manners would be appropriate in the Elven court. "We have come from Krondor with news about Pug of Stardock," Owen said. "We were in hopes—" "Silence, child." Queen Aglarana spoke gently, her pale blue eyes glowing in the shadows. "Though we would hear of our dear friend Pug, we first must attend to the unraveling of eons." Inclining her head towards Gorath, her voice and composure took on a grave edge. "You have come before us as a Moradel, but never may you leave Elvandar as such. Are you willing to return to us your ancient kin, cousin?" Rage flashed in his eyes. Trembling with emotion, Gorath advanced on the queen, his hand darting to the hilt of his sword. "No, Gorath!" Owen gasped, knowing his voice was too small to stay his friend's wrath. "You can't!" "I was Gorath of the clan Ardanian," he spat, his voice thick with an ageless contempt. Color drained from his face as he gripped ever more tightly the sword at his side. "I am Gorath, and I formally return to the Eladel, and swear fealty to Aglarana, Queen of Elves, and to Tomas, Prince Consort and War Leader." Falling to one knee, he knelt low before Aglarana's feet. "I am yours to command, lady." His heart hammering an unsteady tattoo in his chest, Owen stared in frank appraisal of the elves before him. Except for a glazed expression lingering on Prince Consort Tomas's face, he saw no evidence that any of them had witnessed anything unusual. "Rise. From this day forward, you are no longer Moradel, Gorath," Aglarana said. "You are a member of the family of Elvandar, and of the Eladel. When your quest is done, you will return here to be one with us. That is our desire." "What is this news of Pug?" As if awakening from a dream, the Elven war leader spoke the magician's name with great concern, his dark eyebrows rising in interest as Owen began to elaborate the details. At times he would request that certain details be repeated, but always his glassy eyes became sharply focused when Owen spoke the names of Pug and members of Arutha's court. "By the moons, that means trouble," Tomas coughed as the boy finished his tale. "The Book of Macros is not a book, but instead a gift that Pug gave me long ago. I was to use it to come to him if ever he left that message for me. I must go." "You cannot, love. Even now I can sense the effects of the pain-killing herbs beginning to wear off," Aglarana said, laying a pale hand on Tomas's shoulder. As if broaching a delicate subject, she continued quietly. 3 days ago the war leader was struck with the poisoned blade. Only last evening did his fever abate, but he demanded to be brought here when he heard that a Moradel was returning. He hasn't the strength for the trip. You must go in his stead. Oh, I mean, I got Silverthorn anti-venom. You want some of that? "Don't try my patience, Aglarana. Pug needs my help, and I shall go." Struggling to gain his feet, he blanched with the effort, standing straight only by groping the back of his throne. "How many of our kin carried you here, my warlord?" the queen asked, her voice laced with concern. "Was it 5 or 6? You are no longer possessed of the soul of Ashen Shugar, and you are not gifted with immortality. None doubt your strength or loyalty, Tomas, but you owe it to Pug to send able help." "As always, my love, you are wise," Tomas whispered, his strength beginning to fail him. Reaching beneath the seat of his throne, he brought forth a leather tome covered with dust. Maybe you should dust that. "We may not be the strongest or the fastest, Tomas, but we are able and we are here. Send us to him." "I have little choice. You, Gorath, shall be my emissary in this. May the blessings of Elvandar go with you, and tell Pug I am sorry." "We shall." Go! Well, that was abrupt. Chapter 7, The Long Ride. Bells tolled in the towers of Northwarden. Jubilant guards shouted from the walls, slapped backs, exchanged war stories only days old. Already a bard was milling through the crowd, gathering names and places, scribbling them down as fast as he could. Tonight they would gather, and they would drink, and they would pay old Tamny the minstrel each time he sang their names. Listening to the general hubbub drifting on through an opened shutter, Senior James allowed himself a grim smile as he dropped down to where Arutha and Locklear conferred over a battle map. By day's end, I warrant that Delacan will have died on the sword point of every man here, James said. It's a shame he wasn't really leading that raid. Indeed, Arutha agreed, his eyes shrouded as he brooded about something. I would like to ask him a few questions. I leave for High Castle at noon. Even though the Moradel have turned from here, I am certain that the first of them will be upon our troops there by sunup tomorrow. Fortunately, my army will be there to greet them. Still, I wish I knew what they were up to. Arutha glanced up, startled, as a page boy skidded into the chamber. Your pardon, my lord, the boy stuttered. They have captured the Moradel raiding leader. Without pause, Arutha's eyes hardened. Prepare him for questioning. Cooperate now, Moradel, and I promise you'll live to see your children become adults. Daunt me, and I'll have your eyes for necklace beads and your manhood for an inkwell. Well, that's just gross. My death will be unimportant. If you think we shall torture you unto death, I would advise you ponder my mood. Anxious though I am to have an answer, I will keep you screaming this side of death a month or a year until I feel well satisfied that we have heard all that you have to say. We're gonna really need to have a speak with you, Arutha, about how torture doesn't work, you know? A day, a month, you've already lost. Nail my entrails to your doorpost. Feed my brain to your dogs. It will not matter. Even if you act now, you will be too late. See, this is one of the reasons why torture doesn't work. If you know that you just have to wait a little while, you'll endure it. I mean, there's other reasons, too. You know, there's also the chance of just lying, saying whatever you want to get them to stop. Case in point, Spanish Inquisition. You will only win pain for your trouble. Instruct him, torturer. What sound effect was that? You do not listen. We know the secret of Sethanon. We shall free him. What secret? Why to Sethanon? 10 years ago, we attacked with Myrmendamus. You captured and imprisoned him. Deluded fool, we killed Myrmendamus at Sethanon and burned his bones for potash. There's nothing there for Delacan to find. A lie. We have spied. What else could you guard so closely? How does he think he will win past our garrison at High Castle? He hasn't enough men. Answer me! Rift machine. The Six have a machine. It can take them place to place, like a door between great distances. Even while your troops die at Sethanon, we will walk through the machine. We shall be through the Dimwood and inside Sethanon a week before you can reach us. Your troops will be exhausted. The day will be ours. A rift machine inside the Dimwood. That bastard Serani magician has been consorting with Delacan. Torturer, tell Senors James and Locklear to ride to the Dimwood. They must find and destroy that rift machine while I hide at High Castle and divert our forces once more. Time is of the essence. Destroy the Moradel rift machine. And we end up at night in the Dimwood. Well, at least we got Patras again. Let's see. I don't have any adventuring. That's not great. Well, I get to use this again. Okay, there's a few items near us. But we will be exploring the Dimwood next time. See you then, everyone.